like fun.
What are you doing this afternoon?
I'm going to the grocery after this to pick up some...
Have you ever started to speak
Was it
and lost
again?
your train of thought?
I should have written it down.
Oh, when you see it, you'll know.
Have you ever been greeted by someone who says they know you, but you can't remember who they are or where you met them? Try to recall how you felt in these situations. Think about what you did to try to overcome your memory lapse. How did the other person's attitude or behavior either help or hurt your ability to recover?
I should have written my list down. I think I needed to pick up some bread, milk of course. Oh gosh, what else?
Well, what were you going to have for dinner?
Dinner. We were going to have sloppy joes. That's right. I needed to pick up some ground beef and buns and American cheese. I can't believe I forgot. It's my husband's favorite.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble placing you.
It's Tom. Tom Parker from A&M. We live down the hall from each other.
Tom Parker, right. I can't believe I couldn't remember.
No problem. Hey, I almost didn't recognize you either. It's been, what, 25 years?
Think about times when you had trouble communicating. Now, imagine how residents with dementia experience the world around them. Remember how you felt when you just couldn't remember or what you did to overcome that confusion. These are real-world strategies you can use to minimize the distress at your facility for both you and your residents with dementia. Dementia refers to a group of illnesses that involve the impairment of brain functions. Dementia can cause memory loss, an inability to control behavior, decreased learning ability, and difficulties communicating. For residents with dementia, these problems are progressive. They slowly worsen over time. There are many types of dementia. The two most common are Alzheimer's disease, or AD, and vascular dementia, or the loss of brain function due to a series of small strokes. These two conditions can occur together, and there is no cure for either of them. Knowing what type of dementia a resident suffers from can help you communicate better and anticipate their needs. At least half of all nursing home residents suffer from some form of dementia. As a result, you should become familiar with techniques you can use to better communicate when residents have dementia. It will help decrease your residents' agitation, increase their overall quality of life, and improve your working environment. In this program, we will discuss a few of the communication challenges associated with dementia. We will also cover a range of techniques, both verbal and nonverbal, that you can use when trying to bridge the communication gap with your residents. Communication difficulties for residents with dementia are common. Some residents will be unable to understand the meaning of your words or instructions. At other times, they may understand you but have trouble responding. These difficulties occur because of damage to parts of the brain that control speech, memory, and cognition. Depending on the affected area of the brain, a resident with dementia can experience communication problems that include slow thinking, a loss of memory, the inability to correctly process information, difficulty finding the right words, and problems recognizing how the world works and fits together. The inability to express thoughts, feelings, and desires can frustrate your residents with dementia. Behavioral symptoms are common among dementia residents. At times, this takes the form of anxiety.
It's Julia. Hi, Mrs. Stewart. How are you today?
Who are
ready to go
you?
eat?
No, I don't know you.
Oh, I'm Julia. Mrs. Stewart, I'm your nurse.
Oh, no, go away. I don't want you.
Verbal or physical aggression,
No. Mrs. Cole.
agitation or social withdrawal,
Mrs. Cole, I came to take you down to the activities room.
I don't want to go.
Mrs. Cole, you love the activities room.
No, I don't.
These behaviors negatively impact your residents' dignity, family members, caregivers, and overall quality of life. As a result, it is important for you to try to help communication and anticipate your residents' needs. Communication problems associated with dementia also create more difficulties for you, the caregiver, by decreasing your residents' independence and increasing uncooperative and aggressive behaviors. Do not take these behaviors personally. Your residents cannot usually control themselves. Every resident at your facility who suffers from dementia is unique, so there are no rigid rules that tell you what to say or how to act when you encounter communication difficulties or challenging behaviors. If one strategy does not work, try another. However, there are some guidelines and techniques that can help you bridge the communication gap and better serve the needs of your residents.
Good morning, Mrs. Martinez.
A resident with dementia may lose the ability to speak a second language they are normally comfortable using. So make sure you attempt to communicate with a resident in their primary language.
Vamos a hacer una actividad hoy.
This allows you to avoid any issues that may get lost in translation and put the resident at ease. For example, if you speak English and have trouble connecting with a resident who prefers to speak Spanish, see if they can understand English. If not, find someone who speaks Spanish. Acquire some key phrases. Next, when attempting to communicate with your residents, limit the amount of noise around you. Turn off the television, turn down the volume of any music, and try to move the resident to a quiet place. Make sure they can see and hear you clearly. Help them use their glasses or hearing aids. Also, make sure the room is well lit and that light